Hey everyone, Jonathan here. It's January 31st today, so I thought it would be a good day to check in on how everyone's resolutions are going. Or maybe it's your intention. Maybe you don't do resolutions anymore, it's your intention or your word for the year. And if you're like most people, 80% of people by now have stopped. Resolutions are done. You stopped saying your word for the year a couple weeks ago. That sticky note you put on your mirror to remind you it's just background now. You don't even see it anymore. Now, if you're in the 20% and things are going really well, man, I got such love for you. Keep going. Just turn off the video and don't go to another one. Stop scrolling your social media or whatever you're doing and keep going. That is awesome. And if you're in the 80% where it just stopped, I have so much love for you. And the first thing I want you to know is, hey, you're not alone. 80%, you are really not alone. And Kristen Neff, she's done so much research on self-love, self-compassion. And she talks about shared humanity and how we're not in this alone. And if once again there's some failure, failure is our path to learning. You just have to get the lessons, right? Don't keep learning the same lesson over and over. Get some learning. But you're not alone. 80% have stopped doing their resolutions, their intentions, their word for the year. You are not alone. It's hard. Changing our habits is hard. So here's my suggestion for you. Because what happens when we set an intention, a resolution, and then we don't do it, we start to beat ourselves up. Well, that just makes it harder. We're beating ourselves up. Oh, see, another year, you couldn't do it. The saboteurs, if you take my programs, you know about the 13 saboteurs. If you don't, it's that voice in your head that keeps nagging at you, telling you, hey, you're not good enough. Once again, you screwed up. You know this voice I'm talking about? So we set an intention, we don't do it, and instead of going, what can we learn from this? We just beat ourselves up. And that is guaranteed failure. Just guaranteed. So instead, let's try something new. We're supposed to set our intentions, resolutions January 1st. How about a new one today, January 31st? Or maybe you're seeing this, I don't know, tomorrow, the next day. Maybe 2 years from now you're seeing this. Who knows? Set a new intention today and let that intention, I think there's a garbage truck coming down the street. Maybe if you hear a beeping, that's just the garbage truck. Set a new intention today to practice kindness for yourself. See, when you're kind to yourself, you begin to build yourself up so that those things that are uncomfortable, the reason it's so hard to fulfill our resolutions is because they cause discomfort inside of us. And we don't do well with discomfort, especially when we're mean to ourselves. But when we're kind to ourselves, it builds up resilience inside of us. And when we're resilient, we can handle some of these difficult sensations because change is difficult. Change is scary. If you think you're going to get to your dreams without some scariness, without some difficult sensations in your body, without some discomfort, you're wrong. All success has to go through that. All success goes through that fear, and fear can be uncomfortable. We've been trained to run from fear. Don't be afraid. Okay, oh, that's scary. Let me run. No, stop running. And instead, do this. Have this be your new resolution, your new intention. Every day, look in the mirror. Every day, go to the mirror and say one kind thing to yourself. One kind thing to yourself. That's it. You don't have to make a whole list. Just say one kind thing to yourself. And maybe it's, oh, I like the way my eyes look, or, oh, I'm so happy I can still see, or I can still hear. Or maybe, you did something nice for your wife, husband, significant other, or your child, or just someone else. Or maybe something in work. Hey, I did a really good job today. Compliment yourself once a day. And see how that builds up the resilience. Do that every day for 30 days. If you do it every day for 30 days, chances are you'll do it for the rest of your life. If you do it just today and not tomorrow or ever again, then it's not going to work. But if you really begin to do this every single day, you will build up that resilience inside of you. And then those dreams that you have, they will become the reality for you. I promise you, if you beat yourself up, there's no chance. I mean, I shouldn't say there's no chance. There's always a chance. You might do it, but I promise you, you'll still be beating yourself up and you'll be miserable at the end of it, even though you achieved what you wanted to achieve. Lots of people have achieved what they wanted to achieve, and then they become miserable. So let's do this the other way. Let's do this with kindness, with love, to ourselves, to others too. Say something kind to yourself and say at least one kind thing to somebody else every day too. Everybody you see, say one kind thing to yourself, to them. But don't forget you. Try that for 30 days and see how things begin to change in your life. Just want you to know you are not alone. You are so loved. If this was helpful for you, share it with somebody. There are a lot of people out there who are struggling. Share it with someone. And please, know you are loved.